going on, everybody? Should be on and working. I'm doing this for the first time. I'm gonna mess around a little bit based on how my time's working today. Later tonight, I was gonna stream more Dragon Age 2, but I don't think I'm gonna have any time tonight. Got college basketball, got stuff going on. So I figured for fun, I'd try hop on here and make a mock draft. I've made one already, but I figured I'll make a 2-round mock draft this time for a little bit, kill some time before I got some stuff to do. But I figured tomorrow we will start Mark of the Assassin, which is one of the DLCs for Dragon Age 2. Just I feel like I'm moving pretty quick. I definitely want to slow it down so I'm not going too fast as far as getting through Dragon Age 2. So I'm thinking we're going to switch to we're going to switch to the DLC, and then I think I'm going to do the second DLC, Legacy. I think I'm going to do that as the very last thing we do before we, like our point of no return. We will do the second DLC. Then after the second DLC, we will finish Dragon Age 2. And then hopefully next time I'm streaming, I'll get the music thing figured out. There's a lot of, got to give people credit. Got to make sure I have a music section and whatnot. So unfortunately this time it's just gonna be my beautiful voice. But I will figure out, even if it's just some lo-fi or just something to get going in the background a little bit, just so it's not just me talking the whole time, just so at least there's like a chill beat. I'm gonna have to make sure I know how to give credit or whatever, make a panel and stuff or figure all that out, because I don't want to get DMCA'd. I mean, just getting started, really not looking to get cut off too early. So like I said, I figured just hop on, wanted to stream a little bit, but I didn't want to only stream an hour or two of Dragon Age. So I figured I'd just make a mock draft, kind of just see how it goes. I have my first one that I posted on Instagram, but I just figure I posted. So this is my rough idea. I made about a week ago. I don't think too much has changed in the NFL. But I figure this one will do 2 rounds, because I feel like the second round's where it gets tricky, because that's where you got to start kind of, teams start to get multiple picks. Teams might be picking for the first time. So like I said, I figured just hop on here. Probably won't take super long, but just something fun to do for a little bit. So I got a couple mock drafts I like up. Couple from like Charles Davis, Bucky Brooks, and then I figured we can Google some stuff, just get some information just in case. Because obviously Fernando Mendoza will be the first pick. I don't think anyone's gonna really be too surprised about that. So for the Jets, what I was most curious about is because I know Aaron Glenn with the Lions had a 4-3, and I feel like he wants a terrorizer, wants someone on the edge. I know it's real popular to give them Arvell Reese, which I think Arvell Reese probably is the second. However you want to judge talent levels, but Arvell Reese is good. But I think it's more of what's the Jets' defense going to be, and can they utilize Arvell Reese? Like, I think the Cardinals are a good spot, because Cardinals don't really have any kind of defensive identity. So I feel like the Cardinals getting Arvell Reese helps them at least. They get some cornerstones, or at least a cornerstone to build on. Whereas the Jets, I feel like Aaron Glenn already knows what he wants to do. So that's why I originally went David Bailey. I still feel very strongly about that. But I've seen a lot of people are starting to just give Arvell Reese to the Jets just based on all the Micah comparisons and just the ability to terrorize. But I'm just curious. I could be wrong, but I'm going to stick with my gut. I'm going to stick with David Bailey. I just feel like Aaron Glenn is going to want a pass rusher. He's going to want a clean 4-3 the end, whereas I think Arvell Reese he's going to play best in a 3-4. And the Jets are kind of in that in-between where I'm hearing, and that's the whole other thing too, man. Everyone runs nickel nowadays. Almost no one really runs base personnel. except maybe like 30% of the 30 to maybe like a quarter to 30% of the time. So most of the time, teams are nickel. So I feel like in that regard, Jets got to go pass rush. Like if you don't have someone who can get that immediate impact, and they traded Quinnen Williams and Sauce, so who knows? Maybe they're in a spot they could try to, maybe that's where they go with Arvell Reese, because then maybe the Jets are in one of those. They're looking for a facelift on their defense too. We're gonna stick with my gut. I'm still going David Bailey, and then like I was saying with the Cardinals, I think that allows the Cardinals to now shape their defense. Now they know where they can put Arvell Reese where they want for him to be as good as he can. I just think the Jets, I think they want like a pure pass rusher. I think I could be wrong because I think a lot of people do it, but I'm gonna guess Aaron Glenn's gonna try to emulate what got him so much success, or especially with the bare bones when the Lions defense was so hurt. But I think he wants his Hutchinson. I know that's stereotypical and people kind of put coaches on other teams, but we'll see what happens. I'm gonna stick with my gut. I'm going Jets go David Bailey. Cardinals get Arvell Reese. Now this pick, pretty much everyone has Jeremiah Love going to the Titans, which I had Reuben Bain, but at this point, pretty much everybody, any mock draft. Oh, here we go. Okay, so Charles Davis, my man. He's got David Bailey. Okay, David. Okay, good. So it's softened up a little bit because I've seen quite a few people go Jeremiah Love. Cause see, exactly like that said, my instinct is that because Salah takes over, I feel like it's one of those defensive coach wants that first pick on a defensive guy. Would there be any chance they go Sonny Styles? Would the Titans want a linebacker there? Or is it kind of like I was just saying with the Jets? You have a chance at a pass rusher. Do you take it no matter what? I just don't think the Titans are taking a running back at 4. I could be wrong. Jeremiah Love's good, but so far we're sticking to form. I don't care what anyone says. I'm sticking with Reuben Bain to the Titans. Which in this case, I think in turn, the Giants already have enough pass rushers. I feel like I'm just going right back down the same mock draft I had last time so far. So the Browns, I feel like whether you like Shadur or not, I feel like whether you believe in Deshaun Watson or maybe they're tanking for Arch and they'll make sure they have someone ready for him next year. Because that was my initial thinking when I originally gave the Browns the offensive tackles. I figured either they'll go in with the mindset of protecting Shadur the best they can, give him a pocket, whether, you or I. I figured my opinion, if he was Shadur Jones, I thought he was like a third or fourth round pick. I don't think he was awful. I don't think he was elite, but I definitely think he unfairly got some flack because of his dad and whatnot. But I think whether they go with him, they tank next year, try to get Dante Moore, or they try to get Arch Manning. We're everything's staying pat. First 6 in still. We haven't changed yet. So this is where I originally had Jeremiah Love because I figured Commanders need to compliment Jaden Daniels. I know a lot of people like Carnell Tate because they think that could be a really nice pairing next to McLaurin, which I think would be pretty nice. But see, at that point, that's where I feel like if you're going with that, I feel like if you're going with like a true offensive weapon, I feel like that's where you kind of want to go Jeremiah Love. I feel like now, like how everyone kind of feels with the Titans, that's how I would feel with the Commanders in this situation. Like if I was putting in that situation, Carnell Tate. But then still, I mean, who did they add any running backs? I don't. They added Corey Quest. Oh, man, dude. Who are the receivers now? Who'd they add? Did they add anybody? Yeah, if I knew how to spell. Caffrey, Diami Brown. Obviously, this isn't quite up to date, but got Zach Ertz. Dude. Maybe they do need Carnell Tate. Traylon Burks, Luke McCaffrey, Diami Brown, and Jefferson. Yikes. Hmm. I don't know, man. I could see Carnell Tate going there. Oh, what's up, Jessica? I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? I'm just hopping on for a little bit. I'm just making a mock draft, doing some sport stuff. I'm not sure if you're familiar with what that is, but I'm only going to be on for a little bit. But I figured I didn't want to only stream a video game or kind of get into it for an hour or two, so I figured I'd try something just a little different. Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, yeah. Always got to check in. Got to make sure you're doing all right. But I'm going to stick with my gut. I'm going to go Jeremiah Love. I think there's enough receiver talent. Commanders can find someone put next to McLaurin. So I think Jeremiah Love's value's too much there. So, here, this is where I think. Because I went Carnell Tate last time, as I remember, for the Saints. So I thought him with Olave. I mean, we'll see what's going on with Tyler Shuck. I think Tyler Shuck could be a pretty good quarterback. What are these guys thinking for the Saints? This is why I kind of like to also have other mock drafts of, because I'm not too ashamed to admit. Sometimes, man, it's not a bad idea to just kind of see what what the other mock drafts look like, or try to see what they're pairing or putting next to guys. Oh, my days are going pretty well. I had like another weird half day, but can't complain. Luckily, everything for work, like I said, we always have everything scheduled out like 2 or 3 weeks in advance. So this week was just one of those weeks where we just had one or two people want to push their jobs back. So just trying to capitalize on it. Just enjoy being home. Because I know next week, I hope or I imagine we'll be back to our normal like 40-hour thing. So I won't be able to stream as much. So that's kind of why I wanted to stream too. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I usually like more traditional hats, like, but I like this one. It's not too over the top, but still has like the essence of my favorite team. See, Jordan Tyson. I was thinking Carnell Tate. Feeling like Carnell Tate's got to be the move there. Just getting my confirmation bias. I'll do Carnell Tate. See, so far I've had this. I feel pretty good. I feel like usually when I make mock drafts, I don't stick too often. I feel like I usually change, but so far I feel pretty good about this. Now, this is where I could see Caleb Downs going, but I had Monroe Freeling, I think. I just feel like the Chiefs value their offense. So, Kenyon Sadiq, huh? That would be kind of nutty. Ruben Bain. Well, he's been gone for a while. Yeah, Juwan Taylor's terrible. I'm sure the Chiefs getting any right tackle is probably an upgrade. Spencer Fanu, huh? I don't know, man. I've heard good things about Monroe Freeling. Seems like everyone thinks he's kind of got the most prototypical NFL body for an O lineman. Caden Proctor. Ooh, we'll get to him. I'm not a big Caden Proctor fan. Not a lot of people are. He seemed to lost a lot of stock in the last few months. It seems like a lot of people are really thinking he should be a guard. Hmm, that's tough. Feel like feel like the way the Chiefs would draft, they would probably. I'm sticking with it. This has been a very. I don't usually have drafts that go like this, so I'm very surprised. And I feel like for the Bengals at that point, Caleb Downs is just too talented in your defense. You've been chasing somebody to replace Jesse Bates since he left. I just feel like Caleb Downs makes the most sense there. So my top 10 is the exact same as it was a week ago. All right. Like I said, I'm surprised. I don't really feel, I feel like I usually get, like, I got to change my mind, or I often like to. Okay, so feel like the Dolphins pretty much can go anywhere. Guard at 11, huh? So let me. The Dolphins. What did I do last time? Just gave them Spencer Fano. Fanu? Is it? I think it's Fanu. Guard, huh? Feel like that's a little high. Hmm. Yeah, Mike McDaniel's not. Hmm. Do the Dolphins do it? Do they just take Kenyon Sadiq just for the sake of trying to do something different? So I'm getting Fanu. Yeah, man. I think they'll go Fanu. Seems like they stripped the whole team bare. I feel like they have to have some approach they believe in. I guess I'll just keep sticking with what I've done so far. Cowboys, they gave Mansoor. I feel like a lot of people are on Monsieur or McCoy, whichever one you believe in more. Ooh, Bane 12. Is it the short arms thing? Because that's silly. 12 in a row. That's pretty crazy. And then I feel like Makai Lemon, we're just going to keep it. We're just going to keep it pretty much. Yep. Ravens. So the Ravens, I went Keldrick Falk just because I know he's got the. A lot of people are saying he's got the tools, but he doesn't really have the ability to finish. He's not quite. I don't know. Kind of go on what you read, but watching him as an Auburn fan, watching him, as a lot of people have said, he did seem to have just like a. Almost like he was just like a tenth or 2/10 of a second off every time at the snap of the ball. And then he would be so close to finishing a sack or a tiffle. And you hope a good D line coach just teaches him, cuts up that extra wasted movement, and can get him to make that extra 1 or 2 steps and then finish. Because then I feel like Keldrick Fox he's like 6'6, I think 250. But that's why I feel like I had him going to the Ravens, because I feel like they usually do a great job being able to turn talent around. Especially, and then, yeah, exactly. The failed Max Crosby thing was also on my mind. That let me know they probably want a pass rusher if they're not getting Max Crosby. But I could see Fanu on the Ravens. That'd be wicked. Would they go Jordan Tyson? Is there any reason the Ravens might just want to add a high level receiver? Like, if he's there at 14, I mean, I could see that. That feels very Baltimore. Get a guard. Seems like a lot of people are putting O line there. Ravens are. I could. I don't know, it's one of those, does he fit the scheme? That's the one thing I don't know well enough. Unfortunately, I don't know Jordan Tyson would fit like what the Ravens like to do as far as what they run with like Lamar, Derrick Henry, and how they. But I feel like he'd pair up real nice with like a Zay Flowers and stuff. I feel like if he got to play next. And then Mark Andrews. I feel like he could add a little extra. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I feel like that could be. But I get they probably want to add more O linemen to protect everybody. Nah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna make our first change. We're gonna. You know what? I think the Ravens are gonna. They remind me of an old school team. I think they're gonna do the simple, boring thing. We're gonna have them. We're gonna have the Ravens take Penn State's guard. I'm gonna butcher that poor man's name. So out of respect, I'm not even gonna try to say it. Tampa Bay, huh? What did I do last time? Akeem Mesidor. That's what I thought. Akeem Mesidor. Akeem Mesidor. That one feels pretty good. I think. It's a little because does he get hurt all? Is that the? Oh no, he's 25. That's it. Okay, that's what it is. I mean, it feels good. I don't know how any Bucks fans would feel about it. So with the Jets, they took David Bailey. I think I gave them. Did I give them McCoy? I did give them because I was say I wanted to pair up. Had an end. I don't think they double dip on edge. And I know, like I was saying, McCoy and Delane are the two. I like that. I still like that. So I haven't. The only pick so far is we switched from the Ravens taking a pass rusher. Got a guard now. The Lions, I feel very confident that if they could, they would take, especially no Taylor Decker. Then they got Sewell. I think, especially because that was their bread and butter. Especially that's what they need to do to try to get Gibbs going again. I think we go. I think the thing is, a lot of people don't get excited with O lineman picks, but a lot of time you don't have good O line, man. A lot of those receivers, a lot of those other guys you draft aren't going to get to do anything. Jordan Tyson, where'd I have him go? The Eagles, huh? The Vikings, is that just a white safety thing? Is that is that why we all see Dylan Thineman going to the Vikings? It's just he's a white safety. Is that just everyone's in agreement on that? Well, the Vikings have to have a white safety. I mean, I think it makes sense. Panthers. Would they go Jordan Tyson? Would they try to add another weapon to give to? I know, obviously T Mac's been dud, but I don't think blanking on his name. My man, he's into horse racing and stuff. Oh my gosh. But he hasn't quite lived up to what they wanted him to do yet. I know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not like a diehard Panthers. Xavier Leggett, thank you. Coker, Leggett. No, they're not drafted. No, that'd be stupid. That'd be an absolute waste for them. Panthers aren't picking her. I mean, Makai Lemon. I mean, Peter Woods next to Derek Brown. That's. I think that'd be a really good idea too. Kenyon Sadiq, man, I might. I was gonna say, I think that's what I did. Yeah, I like that. I don't know. Yeah. I think he's too good. I think he's too valuable. I think the Panthers would love to add a weapon like that for Bryce Young. We'll do it. For the Cowboys, we had Delay. I think I had him going defense again. Oh, he's gone now. Ooh, I had them going Caden McDonald. No, I think then I'm into the Vikings. Now that I'm looking at it. Allen? CJ Allen, wow. Am I unaware of the Cowboys' need for CJ Parker? What would be the benefit of. They got Rashawn Gary off the Packers. Quinnen Williams. I would go CJ Allen. Be the next linebacker available? You know, I actually do like that a lot. George linebacker. And like I said, especially like the Jets did, just double dip on the 2 picks. I'll do it. So the Steelers, I think I had getting the guard the first time. Yep. All right, so Steelers were in a little bit different situation here. Monroe Freeling. Omar Cooper, that'd be sweet. I could see that. Jordan Tyson. I mean, I thought that might not be a bad idea. Especially because he still got him. All right, we'll do it. Especially his value. Especially you put him with DK Metcalf like that. Who was that? Bucky Brooks that was saying that? Oh, he was saying Casey. So Pittman, Metcalf. Yeah, but see, if they just spent that much capital, I don't know, dude, because they gave Pittman a contract extension too, man. Spent a lot of money on Metcalf and Pittman. No, I could see it. Then that would give 3 weapons for Aaron Rodgers, especially because I'm sure they'll want to make sure they keep Aaron happy. Peter Woods. I feel like Chargers just want D-line. Ooh, going interior to. I mean, I think their tackles are okay. I think it was just unfortunate. You lose Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater, man. That's so 2 top 7 tackles on each side. And then you lose your swing tackle too, man. Like, what are you supposed to do at that point? I can see Chargers going anywhere on the D line. They go Caden McDonald. Mm-hmm. Good point. I could see that. Harbaugh might like a guy who can be a 3-down lineman. 3-down D lineman for Harbaugh. I could see that. I could see. I like that. Keldrick Fox still there, but like I said, I think the thing is he's got like bias here. But I could see like if he fell to the 49ers and we took him, I could see Chris Urchek, if I say his name, our D line coach. He's real good at maximizing and like I could see like the Ravens, us, Eagles. I could see Keldrick Fox. I don't know. I don't know. Harbaugh's a good coach though too. So I feel like he needs to go somewhere where they have established D line culture, guys that they know they can. I don't know. TJ Parker. I guess that's where I wish I don't have like any tape. Can't watch like TJ Parker like I did watch Keldrick Falk. Does he say how tall? Yeah, 6'6", 285. That's what I'm saying. Execute. That's what I'm saying, man. It's one of those things. I don't know what it is. It's just for some reason, like I said, motor. It was like if he can just figure out how to stop wasting like 1 or 2 steps and just get a little bit off the ball a little faster. That's why I think he could be so good. We'll do it. Harbaugh can do it. I think Harbaugh could turn him in. I think so. I don't know who their D line coach is, but Harbaugh's no. I think he could turn him into a. See, so here. So my favorite player in this draft is Emmanuel McNeil Warren. I think he's awesome. I would love if the 49ers got him. So then we could put Mustafa at strong safety. But well, this is my favorite player. I love him. But I also know Eagles had I was gonna say Quinyon Mitchell. I know they lost their safety. I'm blank on his name. This is the first spot where I really feel like my favorite guy here can go. I'm curious what they said. Corner, line, see now Caden Proctor to the Eagles. That's one of those things like I was saying. Keldrick Falk going to the 49ers. The Eagles O line coach, whoever it is, somehow the Eagles are always able to get the most out of their O linemen, like I was saying, the Niners. So I could actually see Caden Proctor to the Eagles working out because they were able to turn their left tackle, the Australian dude, blanking on his name, but they were able to kind of get him into form, and so I could actually see Caden Proctor to the Eagles working. See, I could see that. That's a pick I definitely see. A lot of O linemen for the Eagles, huh? Hmm. Would that he'd play guard until he plays tackle? Honestly, I'm kind of starting to really dig that pick now that I'm thinking about it and how good they are developing guys. Like I said, depending on the team, I don't think Caden. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, man, I do love that pick. I think the Eagles could really just get the most out of him. Browns we had stuck with tackle. Denzel Boston. Denzel Boston. Who'd he have? See, and this is where I was saying kind of doing 2 rounds inch because this is where you got to start thinking like, man, would they go with first time? Seeing, so he thought receiver tackle. He got him going tackle receiver. Omar Cooper. I like Omar Cooper a lot. See, so it seems like we don't want to help Myles Garrett. Why add more weapons for him? Mm, I'm sticking with Denzel Boston. I really like that pick. And the Bears are going to get my guy. I don't care. I'm curious what they say, but I just think, especially losing Kevin Byard, Mike Band, good man. I just think, oh, they lost Brisker too. Okay. Okay, Bucky Brooks. Okay, everyone's coming on to my side of the wagon here. Buddy, I think my buddy would be very happy with that pick. But no, I think that's a really good pick. He was right. TJ Parker going last time, right? I feel like that's a good. I feel like it makes sense. Keldrick Falk. Ooh, trade. Ooh, that's I could see that. That's actually a good. We're not doing trades though, but that's actually I really like this dude's mock draft so far. Yeah, I think this dude. I really like this guy's mock. This one's probably my favorite so far. Obviously, it's not 100% the same, but I like his thinking. For the Bills here, we'll stick with TJ Parker. Yeah, I think that. So for me here, I would rather have Omar Cooper, but I also understand. Ooh, O line. Oh yeah, I would love for us to take O line, but we won't. As a 49ers fan, I can assure you we will not draft. We should. We won't. Dreaded pass rush. Well, when everyone on your D line dies, that's usually what happens. Bosa, Michael. You just can't. What are you supposed to do? I don't know, dude. I could see us still adding another receiver. Because I know the main thing with KC is he's very he gets a lot of yak. He's very good after the catch. I know, and that's one of those things a lot of people like to pair up with Shanahan, which is very true. Incredibly dynamic rack weapon. Beat press coverage. Ooh, because I know Shanny's been shifting to more man beaters. So, like I said, I wish I could get more insight on every team. But I know that was a big reason why we let Debo go. Because I feel like we ran such a offense that could beat zone. Then as soon as we'd run into Mike which of course is why he ended up in Seattle. But anytime we play the Ravens or the Chiefs or any team that could just man us up, we would always lose. Or it was always very bad. Very bad. If it was Jimmy, Brock, it didn't matter who it was. I think Shanny, especially like Pearsall, I feel like Juwan Jennings was decent, but he doesn't. I don't know. His question, Juwan Jennings, when the ball was in the air, sometimes I felt like if he didn't win, he like kind of gave up, or if he, I don't know. I feel like this was the right pick, but in my heart, I'd rather have. Hmm, we're gonna, you know what? This is my mock draft. I'm taking Omar Cooper because I want him. Trust me, in my heart, I wanted to, but I gotta. I think the Bears would fall in love with Emmanuel McNear Warren. Like I said, if we got him, I love him. Now, I like Jair Brown, but dude will disappear for a couple games. So I'm not upset. Now, Mustafa needs to play strong safety. As much as I love him, he needs to. His responsibility needs to be run stopping and lane filling responsibilities, not. I mean, it's nice. I like that he's our last line of defense, but man, in pass coverage, not my favorite guy to be our last line of defense. Hayden McDonald, huh? That seems like a pretty. I think is that what I had? No, who do I have? Hayden Proctor. I don't know, dude. Would the Texans just keep adding? Yeah, D'Amico's a psycho. He probably would add another D lineman. I miss D'Amico Ryans. What a Texans are like my backup team. Just 'cause I love to watch D'Amico Ryans succeed. I do love the Broncos for some. I think I just like their logo, but I always love watching D'Amico do well. I like C.J. Stroud. We'll do Caden McDonald. Dang man, Chiefs get another pick. Always the Rams, huh? Just giving their picks away. I don't blame them. It always works for them. Kind of wish we'd do it sometimes. I don't know. It's tough. It's all about how your team's built. The Rams are built to do that. You know what I mean? If the 49ers started going out of their character, maybe one or two, you can obviously make a bold trade, but that's just not how we're built. Whereas, like, the Rams are ready. They're like, dude, we don't need a first round pick. Everything we have built, we're already ready. Hmm. I feel like that's exactly what the Chiefs would do. He's been long gone. Yeah, we'll keep that pick the same. With the Dolphins, we had Well, I feel like they would need to add a receiver. Gosh darn it. You got to help your dude out. McNeil Warren, Cash Howell. That's what I'm saying. There you go. Casey Concepcion. I don't even know what their offense would look like, but I feel like just the fact that you just gave away Malik. I feel like you almost have to go with that pick. Patriots. The unfair to go tackle. I still really like Will Campbell. I think he's getting a little unfair heat. Mm-hmm. Patriots. Tough one. It's tough because they got to the Super Bowl. Obviously, you can still always get better. Eli, that would be pretty sweet. Who we got left right now? We got Blake Miller. Mm-hmm. No, tried to trade for AJ Brown. Heard that. Eldrick Falk. Mm. So I guess this is where I don't know too much difference of the pass rushers, like between Zion Young, Cassius Howell. Hmm. Dang. I really like that one, honestly. Tough, man. Especially because they got Mike Vrabel. They added Kevin Byard in the back end. Will they go Blake Miller? Got edge. Oh, but see, this is where it gets tough because a lot of the edge guys are starting to go. I'm gonna go. Other receivers are gone too. Oh, we're getting into the tough choices now. Said all the edge, a lot of the edge guys are gone, man. Oh, get, like I said, just based on the fact that he seems very disruptive on the pass rush. I really like Blake Miller, but you know who their O line's gonna be this season. Oh, Patriots, right? Mm. Oh, jeez. Mm. I'm gonna go Blake Miller. I think they're gonna try to keep protecting Drake May no matter what. It's probably gonna be their move. Darian Price, Colton Hood, another corner. I can see another corner. I don't know. I had Howell going there. Yep. Mm. They go Colton Hood. Mm. Hmm. A lot of corners going. Yeah, I think we'll go Colton Hood. The Jets. They got a corner, got an edge. Just based on this mock draft. Fortunately for the Cardinals, would we go? What? Who is the Jets quarterback? Oh, it is Gino. I forgot they traded for him. I'm gonna go Ty Simpson. Sorry, Cardinals. Not really, but Ravel Reese. Dang, man. Cardinals need pretty much anything. Interesting one. Which one's D-line? Say most of these guys only have one round drafts. Hmm. Yeah, there's no other real. Is there any chance they go O-line? Maybe just try to protect that quarterback a little more. Whoever might be in the future. Kind of like I was saying, start future casting for the Browns, maybe. Titans, we ended up going the end. They also. They go Anthony Hill, or would that be too early for a linebacker already? Let's see. Couple of these. Let's see. We'll do. Let's see what they got out there. See if anyone else got anything. Got Walter Football up. Google not making it easy. Ooh, it's a little far back though. Draft Sharks, huh? Never heard of this place. Presume it probably goes next page, maybe. Couple ideas. And a receiver. Zachariah Branch. That's an interesting one. Bernard, Chris Bell, Deal. Would the Titans maybe go Jadarian Price if he's there? Take the chance, miss out on Jeremiah Love, but get his teammate. One. Omar, he thinks a linebacker. So it starts to get into a little bit of the Wild Wild West. We already gave him Ruben Bay. I just don't think they would double down and get two edges. I mean, they could. Why not? Why couldn't they? We'll get another one up. Flip through a little bit. Ooh, draft countdown. Not a bad one. Jennings Dunker. It's tough. I could see Titans wanting to add a receiver. The Titans. Ridley, DK. Oh, they did add Wandell Robinson too. Do they do? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give him Jadarian Price, whether it's good or bad. So they get Mendoza, ooh, but they miss out on the or they still have Crosby. They added a lot of defense. Dang, dude. Yeah, I was gonna say the Raiders probably want to add offense. I guess a little bit. Yeah, there's no real immediate O lineman either. Peter Woods. Keep adding to the defense then. Giants, we gave them Sonny Styles. I feel like that front seven's pretty good once you add Sonny Styles, the Neighbors. Would they add another receiver? I was gonna say Bernard was the first one that kind of came to my mind. Say Zachariah Branch, maybe. We're gonna go Zachariah Branch to pair with Malik Neighbors. I knew a little bit more about other receivers, but I just think based on what I know, I'm gonna go with my gut. Texans tackle. Oh, I still got Caleb Banks. We ended up giving them McDonald already. They go. Is there any chance they go Eli? Mm. Seen Oregon's. I was gonna say I've seen him come up quite a bit too. Oh, this dude's doubling down. Okay. Hmm. I'm gonna think they'll stick with the guard. They got Denzel Boston. Got the tackle. They wouldn't take no, because they've got Fannin came along pretty well. I'm gonna get a quarterback. They just need O linemen. They maybe take the Oregon guard. Browns takers. Like I said, got Denzel. I don't think they would take two. Go guard. Unfortunately, these SOBs are gonna just benefit, and they're gonna. They got a tackle, corner. Yep, they're gonna. So at this point, I'm thinking they'd just take whichever one they valued more. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna assume him just because he's a little more explosive, and I think he'd probably fit with Chris Jones probably. But no, Chiefs are gonna take a pass rusher there, especially because they get to add a corner, get to add O line. Because the Bengals, we already gave. Say Caleb Banks, I feel like would fit. Kind of the first guy I thought of. Saints got Carnell Tate. The end. D-line. They'll just keep stacking. Casey Concepcion. Vanu. He's slipping. I think they'll take him. So dang, dude, the Jets. Ty Simpson, McCoy, Bailey. I think they take Bernard there to pair with Garrett Wilson. Ravens always end up. So we gave them the guard. I think we'll give them Lee Hunter. Tampa. Gave them Mazador. Barham, that's a pretty good one. CJ Allen. Seems like Jacob Rodriguez is coming back up some people's boards. We'll go with Jacob Rodriguez. Especially being down Levante David. Colts have a pick. I was gonna say, I don't think the Colts had a pick. Oh, dang. Colts first pick. Anthony Hill. Yeah, especially because they traded away Anthony Hill then. I'm blanking on his name. Traded him to the Packers. Falcons not picked yet either? Oh no, it was from the Penix trade, wasn't it? No, was it the Penix trade? Tackle, receiver, guard. We already had Zachariah Branch go. That's tough. They go D'Angelo Pons. What do they add? We'll give them another just for whoever, Tua or whoever. Like running back. That's surprising. I was thinking corner. I feel like at this point, I don't know. D'Angelo Bonds, I feel like, could go there. Kind of get a whole new secondary with that Thieneman. We'll go Ponds. Lions gave that. I hope that put him next to Hutch. Put him next to Hutch, babe. So we went non-premium position there for the Panthers last time. I was thinking they'd probably go O-line or D-line with the next pick. I think we're going to pick Christian Miller. I don't know a whole lot about him, not going to lie, but I think just another body next to Derek Brown, man, that could be a problem. Packers. I was thinking corner. Guard. That's good. Corner. I'll go Chris Johnson. Steelers are an inch Carson back. Wow. That would be depressed. If I was a Steelers fan, I'd be depressed. Deion Scott seems like a popular one. We went receiver. You know they're going to get Aaron Rodgers, whether we think it's good or not. Yeah, I think it's a good one. You just give Malachi Lawrence, I've heard a lot of good things about him. Kobe Lane, is that one of those insurance for AJ? I'm gonna go Malachi Nelson because I think if I remember, we gave them Caden Proctor. Okay. Chargers Harbaugh. What would we give him? Gave him an edge. It's where I feel I don't know a whole lot about the Chargers, so not gonna lie. I know they obviously have Derwin James, but I'm not sure what their other safety situation is. They don't have a big breakdown on them. Makes sense. I'm sure after they get to a certain guys, they can't. Like I said, we gave him Keldrick Falk. He seems like a Harbaugh guy. Yeah. Is this the Jags' first pick? I believe. Ooh. Okay. Jacksonville. Is there any chance they just go tight end? Feel like that's gonna be the sneaky one right there. Is whoever's gonna take a chance on him. Ryan Thomas, Parker Washington, Jacoby Myers, Brendan Strange. Fortunately, there's no Big Ben Ocean. I have to watch him a little bit. I think he can. I think I could see Paul. My roommate's an Ohio State fan, so I got to watch quite a bit Ohio State football over the last couple of years. Give them my guy, my safety. Hmm. Corner. Green Price, huh? To be honest, I haven't heard of this guy yet. Because we gave him a safety already. Obviously, they're not taking him. They like their receivers. Jai Trotter. Hmm. I think, yeah. For now. We want receiver. I would love to go O line. Oh, he's got us go. I don't. I would love it, but I don't see it. I know. Fortunately, there's rumors Harbaugh's not thrilled with Renardo Green, and I know we love Upton Stout. Got Demo. I don't think we might. I don't know. I don't think we would, but I think they like Jair Brown and Mustafa. I'm gonna go. I feel like corner's a good one. Oh, yeah, like I said, as an Auburn fan, I would love that. Oh, I wish. Oh, I would love. Oh, I would love nothing more than to draft him, but I don't see that happening. Hmm. I don't know. Would we go Derek Moore? You know what? I think we'll go. I could see us adding adding more to the dealers. Keep stacking. Keep stacking. Texans. Okay. Gave him a guard. D tackle. Ooh, we took him. D line. That's what I was thinking too. I'll do it because I like the Texans. Got my guy safety edge. Hmm. Go receiver. I could Surratt. Hmm. Feel like they would. I don't know, dude. I could see that with Luther Burden. Hmm. Blanking on other receiver. I don't know. Bears got a lot they can do. More weapons. Lemon. Hmm. I don't know. Gold Day. Ooh, Rams would get. Well, give them receiver. I don't see any immediate. This one, to be honest, I'm not confident in that one. That's probably the first pick I'm not real sure on. Do we have the? Oh no, Broncos traded their pick, didn't they? Oh geez, I was gonna say Stowers was kind of what I was thinking right there. There he is, finally. Give the Pats. Pats have had Blake Miller. Say I liked Miller. Uh, It'd be a weapon for Drake May. Attacked him, add another guy. Ooh. I believe we gave them corner. Linebacker, edge, running back. No real. Would he fit their team? I was gonna say I always held him in pretty high regard too. So we gave him Colton Hood. I'll check one more. All right, we'll end it with guy like. All right. Oh geez. All right. So like I said, it wasn't me a real long time. Just wanted to do something for a little bit for some fun. But we ended up making a 2-round mock draft just to have some fun. Probably post it on. I'll just post for fun on Instagram just to look back at it again, like I did with the first one. But like I said at the start of the stream, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll do Mark of the Assassin or Dragon Age 2. We'll be starting that, and we'll keep working our way, and then we're going to do the second DLC at our point of no return, basically, is what I'm thinking at the end of, kind of right towards the end of the game. But thanks for stopping in, anyone who dropped in, checked out